In today's video, I'm gonna share with you summer home decorating ideas for your mantle. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you are here today, and I know I always tell you that, but let me tell you, I'm super excited. In this particular video, I'm gonna be sharing with you home decorating ideas for your mantle. Now, keep in mind that if you do not have a fireplace and a mantle, you can always use these home decorating ideas for an entryway table or a side table or even a console table in your living room, but the ideas are going to remain the same. It just really depends on where you want to put them. But if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I've been sharing a brand new series that I named Home Decorating Ideas for, which means we're going to be doing home decorating ideas for the bedroom, home decorating ideas for the living room, home decorating ideas for your coffee table. In our last episode, I shared with you home decorating ideas for your table, where I take you guys shopping around. We did a beautiful centerpiece that we're going to reuse today. And actually, as a matter of fact, I want to give you a little look back at that particular home decorating ideas for your table. And I'm gonna see if I can find a few items that we can play with, and I'm gonna come back home, show you what we get, and then also I'm gonna share with you how to style them. Wasn't that super fun? Remember, that is last week's video, home decorating ideas for your table, and that is going to be linked down below in the description box below so you guys can check it out. But like I was saying, in this video, we're going to be sharing with you home decorating ideas for your mantle, starting with a gorgeous mantelpiece that is inspired by this particular centerpiece. But before we get started, I want to invite you that if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you are already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on, because you will not want to miss all of the upcoming home decorating ideas for your home. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps the channel, and it's completely free. All right, you guys, so for our very first home decorating idea for our mantle, I'm gonna start with a beautiful and colorful mantelpiece that I really think you're going to enjoy. So let's take a look. All right, everyone, so we're gonna get started decorating some mantles to give you some ideas on how you can create beautiful mantle vignettes for your very own home. And I'm gonna start with the first one. I wanna point out that for our first home decorating idea for your mantle, what we're going to do is we're gonna bring out a beautiful print. Now this print right here I've had for a few years, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of those colors from the print to tie it all together with a full vignette of this particular home decorating idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is I like to work by sides, and I like to start with this side right here on my left-hand side, or my right, depends on where you really are sitting or standing. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring some beautiful mercury glass candles that I've had. So I'm gonna start on that side. I'm gonna go ahead and add the candles as well. For this particular vignette, you know, I do have some of the battery operated candles, but when I set up a vignette to stay for a while, I like to add real candles, because it really just adds that ambience. I will show you on the clips in a few seconds. So we're gonna add those right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring to the middle a little box that I had. Now you guys have heard this story about this box right here. It's actually falling apart, and it's where I keep my receipts. But this box belonged to my grandmother. My grandmother had a clothing store or a boutique when I was a child, and this is where she didn't have a cash register, so this is where she would put the money. And when I was a kid, we'd go in there and we'd like take a few pesos out for a bag of chips. She doesn't know that, but I'm sure she's finding out right now. So I'm gonna put that little wooden box right here. And then I'm going to add some of my antique, beautiful items that I've collected throughout the years. And that is gonna bring some sparkle to this side. And you guys know that I like to collect silver, so that way I have some of the things that I like to look at all the time. So for the other side, I'm going to bring a floral arrangement. I'm gonna go get it and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so this is a floral arrangement that we did last week for our tablescapes. Remember, I shared with you home decorating ideas for your table. And so this is one of the tablescapes that we did. So I'm gonna add this floral arrangement right here. And as you guys can see, it pulls from the colors right here. The candles add a little bit of drama, but what we need right here in the corner is a little bit of greenery to tie it all together. And for that, I'm gonna bring some of this Walmart greenery. You guys know this is my favorite. And so what I like to do is I like to introduce right here in the middle. So we're going to this, we're gonna weave in. So we're gonna add one right here. Then I'm gonna find the second longest one. I'm going to add it cascading forward like this. So it kind of creates a swag. And then I have two short ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get my curvature up. So they kind of go up instead of down. And then we're going to add one right here, like this. And then I'm gonna add one to the back as well. So I'm gonna add this guy right here. Okay, so far we've got a cascade of greenery on this side, a little remembrance for my grandma right here with the silver and the box that belong to her store. And then on this side we have the beautiful floral arrangement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some moss to my candle holders, because you guys know that every time that I use a candle taper or a real candle, I like to add some dripping moss to give it some texture. I'm gonna do that, light the candles, and I'll be right back with you to give you the end result. And here it is, the end result. I just want to give you guys a really close up. And I want to share with you these beautiful candle tapers and the moss. As you guys can see, it really does create that separation to give some texture to the candles. And then over here we have the box that belonged to my grandmother and some of the silver. You guys have seen me polish here on the channel. You guys know I collect silver. And then the picture frame or the print that I have right here, which has the purples, the oranges, and all of the colors that we put on the floral arrangement. Now, if you want to see how the floral arrangement is done, I'm gonna put a link down below so you guys can check it out and you can recreate it. I promise you, it's super easy, and it just gives the mantle some texture, some color, and it is absolutely beautiful. But what do you guys think? I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this mantle decorating idea? Okay, so now I'm going to transition this particular look to a more summery look. And like I said earlier, sorry if I keep on disappearing, but I just wanted to do this in real time so you guys can see how easy it really is to transform your mantle. And also consider that these mantle vignettes can also be done for an entryway table, perhaps a side table. So I'm gonna remove my books that I put right here, and then I'm going to remove also the silver, which I'm going to replace. So the very first thing I'm going to replace on this side is going to be with one of my blue and white jars. So I'm gonna put my little stand. I always like to have an elevation when I'm using a container. Like I told you, I don't like to have everything just sitting on my surface. I like to elevate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put that right here. And then also that gives us symmetry with this side over on this side. We want to not be tall on one side and then short on the other one, because that would be asymmetrical. So to create balance on this side, also what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an arrangement of these greeneries, and I have pre-cut some of these greeneries right here. So what I'm going to do is basically just insert some of them all the way down. And every time that you're inserting one of these greens, just remember to give them a little bit of a fluff so they are more alive. And when you insert, be sure to crisscross them so that way it creates kind of like a frog where she's going to hold your taller pieces. So what I like to do is what happens on the left happens on the right. So if I put one facing this way, immediately I'm gonna go over to this side and I'm going to insert another one right here. And what that's doing is giving us balance also with the greenery on the other side. Now this particular arrangement is a little bit more summery, a little bit less fussy like the other one was with the flowers, even though I love fussy. If you know me, you know I'm a fussy kind of guy. So I'm gonna add those right there. Like I said, it just creates the balance. And to put something right here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab this container, you guys. How absolutely gorgeous is this little fish container? I just love it so much. And so that's gonna bring the blue and white over to this side. And that's how simple it really is to create a summer vignette. Let me give you a close-up. All right, so for this vignette right here, what I wanted to do is just create some symmetry with the greenery. And as you guys can see, it cascades all the way down and it goes all the way up to the opposite side with this beautiful blue and white arrangement with just greenery and the little fish on the middle of it. I love this, but we're going to get creative and I really think you're gonna like what's next. Okay, so I just want to take a second to encourage every single one of you who may be watching these videos to just give it a try. You know that when I started this channel about 5 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. All I knew is that I love to decorate and I wanted to know more. So that's what I continue on this path of decorating, and now I get to share it with you. So if there's anyone out there that is willing to do it, that is willing to put in the work, please do it, you guys. It is so rewarding to move things around, to redecorate your home, and sometimes even the homes of your clients. It is so fulfilling to hear the comments from every single one of you that just loves to see decorating and that enjoys and gets inspired by it. So I really want to encourage any one of you that is out there that is thinking about starting a new decorating business, giving it a try, whether it's a wreath, a Christmas tree, or a whole living room. I just want to say go for it. Go for it, because when you step in faith, you never know where God may lead you. And let me tell you, He will never lead you to the wrong place. And so I am so thankful that 5 years ago, I grabbed the camera and I had no idea how to use it. I grabbed that computer and I had no idea how to edit a video. But 5 years later, I'm here to tell you, I'm so thankful that I took that step of faith in doing what I love. So with that said, I really hope that was thankful for somebody, but I'm gonna get back to the video and I'm gonna give you some more home decorating ideas for your mantle, and I really hope that you enjoy them. Okay, so I also want to point out that this is the perfect time to display all of your little items like these birds that I have right here. I just like to add them to my collection of photos. It adds a little touch of whimsy, and I just love them so much. They were a gift to me from one of you guys, the viewers, and I just want you to know that I still have them and put them out on display for everybody to see. Are you guys having as much fun as I am with these home decorating ideas for your mantle for summer? Let me tell you, summer will be just around the corner and I cannot wait to get the house all ready for summer entertaining, starting with my mantle. You guys, these ideas are super easy, and I really do hope that they are inspire you to do some things around the house, to get decorating and to make a more beautiful home. All right, so now our next home decorating idea for our mantle is a super quick and easy, so let's take a look. All right, so for our next home decorating idea for your mantle, what we're going to do is we're gonna use this beautiful black clock that I have. I think this guy came from Hobby Lobby, so if you are wondering and if you want one, I really do recommend it. I love the way this looks. It really gives that pop of color to the wall, and I just love it, and it is super quiet. You don't have to hear the click, 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 click like most clocks that you purchase out there. Then what I'm going to do is in the middle, I'm going to bring back my little box that belonged to my grandma. So we're gonna do a stack of books now in white. I'm gonna put my box facing forward. And then I'm also going to bring back this silver collection right here, and you guys see how that's why I raised it up a little bit more, because I wanted this to be able to still see the clock when all of these remain right here. So now for the other side, to bring the balance, I'm gonna bring this beautiful arrangement of just greenery, and I'm gonna put it right here, and I'm gonna face it forward so that clock can still work. Super simple, very elegant, and I love the way this looks. It's a little bit more summery. Let me give you a close-up. Okay, so here is this vignette for your home decorating ideas for your mantle. We kept it really simple, and sometimes simplicity is best. All you need for a summer look is some greenery, and we represent it right here on this arrangement of greenery. And then also on the mouse on the candles, and just a little touch of silver right here in the middle. You guys know that I am obsessed with silver, especially this set that I found not too long ago at an antique store. But I just want you to see how absolutely simple this is. It really does create that beautiful summer feel. It's very clean, and I cannot wait to share more. So if you are enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment so far which one is your favorite. If you guys are enjoying this video and these home decorating ideas as much as I am, be sure to give the video a thumbs up because it is free and it really helps the channel. And then also be sure to do me a favor and leave me a comment down below what other home decorating ideas for would you like to see next, whether it's a coffee table, your bedroom, the kitchen. I just want to know what direction so we can move so that we can bring you the best home decorating ideas. So for this last home decorating idea for your mantle, I'm going to share with you how I put together this beautiful mantle piece that can be used not only for your mantle but for a baby shower, perhaps even a bridal shower. It is super easy and simple. Just follow these instructions and you too can create a beautiful home decorating idea for your mantle. Let's take a look. Okay, so for this home decorating idea for your mantle, we're going to do something beautiful, extravagant, and I really think you're going to like it. These are the same steps that I will use to create something beautiful for a wedding, a baby shower, or like I just said, just the mantle. And we're gonna be using our frogs that we've used on our lantern and also on our centerpiece. If you have not seen the frog centerpiece and the lantern, with the frog, I'm going to link those down below so you guys can catch up with those as well. But I figured that today, in order to tie it all together, we're going to put together a mantle piece. I'm gonna put this down right here. So what we're going to use is some of these beautiful frogs, and I'm gonna set it over here because we're gonna work also with these blocks of foam that I tied into a piece of wood that I'm going to add over here to my mantle. So I'm gonna put one right here, and then I'm going to add one over here. So I want them to be able to have my frog, but of course we're going to dress this up more, but that's kind of like the idea for it. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna put one right here on the left, one on the right about there. And the easiest way to do this is just to grab a block of foam, put a piece of wood so it has weight, and then put some florist tape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start greening my foam. So remember, what happens on the left happens on the right. And I do want to give me permission to have my frogs. Remember that the frogs have to sit in them. You know what, and I think it's probably best if we put them up there now. And I want one to sit looking, I want them to be a little entertaining. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give them a little bit of character by probably making them sit like this, not both of them forward, but one kind of like having a conversation with the other one. Remember, that's Lily and this is Lawrence. We decided that his name was going to be Lawrence because that's the town where I used to live when I lived in Kansas, and I just thought that you guys were so genius with all of the ideas for names for a little male frog, but I did pick Lawrence because it reminded me, like I said, of that town where I lived. Okay, so for my flowers, I'm gonna use some of the dogwood that I have been using on those arrangements, and then also some hydrangea. in blue and then in white. And I'm going to divide it. So I have 3 blue hydrangeas. Remember, when you only have sets of 2, 3s, and 1s, then we have to add sets of 2 on one side and 1 on one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this tall one on this side right here. I'm going to give it to Lily because she's the lady of the house. I'm going to use 2. So I'm going to do more like this. 2, and then I'm going to add 1 right here. And so you see, even though I did sets of 2s and 1, I still clumped them together to create that triangle with the same flower. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my white hydrangea, which I have right here. Of that, I do have plenty to divide in all of the arrangement. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 right here to kind of cover, and then I'm going to go behind this guy to kind of support him. And then I'm going to add over to this side. So that's a set of 3. And then I had a blue one. So for this one, I'm only going to use a set of 2 white hydrangeas. So I'm going to use 1 right here. And then I'm going to add the other one right here. Actually, I'm going to do the 3, but kind of clump them together. See how they are similar, but they're not completely alike, and that is what I want. So that's what gives us balance versus symmetry. Balance is when you have the exact same items on both sides used differently, to where symmetry would be, if we cut this in half, it would be mirror image. So we are looking more for a balance than symmetry on this particular arrangement. Okay, so now I do have 2 of these beautiful white peonies. And so you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to add them both like this, one facing that way, and of course the other one facing this way. I don't have to add them, but since I already have them, why not? All right, so now what I have is some of these beautiful dogwood, and I just want some little pieces because I don't want to overwhelm them. So what I do want is for it to come out of this guy right here. So I'm going to go immediately over to this side. I do have to grab a longer one, so it kind of comes out of the same spot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a big one right here, and I'm going to add it like that. And so I'm going to do the same for Lily, because we agree she's Lily, this is Lawrence. And so I'm going to do the same for Lily, so they kind of have the same curvature right here, like that. And so now I need to come forward from her belly like this. And I'm gonna do the same for Lawrence right here. And I'm gonna do one right here. And see how that's just creating, this is so cute. It's creating the balance that I need. Another one from there. I'm gonna do some from behind. Never forget to go behind the arrangement, because that's what's gonna give us focal point all throughout the arrangement versus just having focal point in one area. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring one for Lawrence over here on this side. And it is so important that you have good foam, because as you guys can see, I don't even have to poke really that hard because the foam is really good quality. It's the Oasis foam, and it really just holds all my arrangement. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna add one of the big ones right here so that we can elongate the shape all the way down. And then I'm going to go over to this side, and I'm gonna do the same right there. How absolutely adorable is this, you guys? I'm gonna add another one right here, making sure that she goes in. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing over on this side. So it is very important that I keep repeating what happens on the left happens to the right, what happens on the left happens on the right. What goes up must come down, what goes up must come down, because that's what's gonna give you the perfect balance on your arrangement. All right, so I'm gonna add one more right here and one more over on this side. And you know what? I do feel like the clump of blue is just centered on the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab 2 more hydrangeas. I'm gonna put one right here on the back, so you can just see a peekaboo of it. And then I'm gonna do the same for that one, and I'll be right back to give you a close-up, so keep watching. Before I share with you the final result of our last home decorating idea for your mantle, I want to just thank you for being here. I want to say I'm so blessed to have every single one of you here. I really hope that you've learned something from this video, and also remember that the last home decorating ideas for your table video is going to be linked down below. All right, without further ado, here is the end result of this beautiful home decorating idea for your mantle for summer. I hope you enjoy. So here we are. Our mantle looks absolutely gorgeous and summer ready with these little cutie patooties, Lily and Lawrence. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this DIY as much as I did, putting together these lily pads so that my little froggy friends can sit in. And as you guys can see, it really is super elegant, super summery, and super simple to make. I really hope that you will give it a try, whether it's for your mantle in your home, a baby shower, or even if you take the frogs out, it is perfect for a wedding. But I really hope that you are enjoying this home decorating ideas 4 series, and I cannot wait to come back with the next topic. But meanwhile, I'm going to let you know that if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part. And I cannot wait to enjoy this mantle for the next few months.